NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, McIntyre. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 25 on second down, Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. McIntyre. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On third down, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Washington going to send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Robinson's got him. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jamin Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Under pressure, they got him again. Tony Field in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, yeah.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Allen. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, Definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. Second and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And to give this time to the tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught at the 8.
Here we go.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here.
That's it, baby. Go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
They're going to look to throw.
That's complete to Tony.
A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Wilson's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Tyler Newsome now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll send you down the coast. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So here is Washington now to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now.
Got a man, that's Colin Johnson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second and 11.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And to give this time to the tailback.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Let's do this.
A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
So the 2nd down run did.
Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
On first down, McIntyre. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. McIntyre. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Washington on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far.
They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
CD, 4th quarter, you're still above 3 minutes remaining, but right now running the football is a pretty good idea to work that clock, right?
It certainly is because your team is strong right now, and you can feel the defense fading a little bit. Their goal, continue to run it this effectively, called victory formation as the clock winds down and end the ball game and move on to the next opponent.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number It's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Open man right side is Tony.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Wilson. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half the adjustment.